Imagine you are a ghost. No record, no name, just a number in a dusty file.
You didn't choose this life. They chose you because you had absolutely nothing left to lose.
They took your passport, your memories, and gave you a gun with no serial number on it.
They called it recruitment. But in reality, they just erased your existence from the face of the earth.
For 6 months, they broke your body, rewired your brain, and taught you how to lie to a polygraph. They don't want soldiers. They want assets. Men who can look at a target and feel absolutely nothing. Your handler, a man with no face and a cold voice, told you, your country is the only family you have now.
Then came your first real test. A target in a crowded hotel lobby. No questions. Just a trigger pull.
When you pull that trigger for the first time, a part of you dies. The part that makes you human. You sit alone in safe houses, staring at the ceiling, wondering if anyone would even notice if you vanished.
But the phone always rings again, and you always pick it up. Because a ghost has nowhere else to go. This time, the folder is thicker. The destination is colder. They are sending you into the belly of the beast.
You are being sent to Moscow, a place where the CIA cannot save you, and the KGB is always watching. You pack your bags, but this isn't normal business trip. You are carrying a weapon of mass destruction in your hand.
The game has officially begun. And the rules? Well, there are no rules. Only survival. Your destination was a hidden facility. A place where nature's deadliest secrets are twisted into weapons.
They called it Project MK Naomi, a biological pathogen designed to wipe out entire cities without leaving a trace. A single microscopic drop, released into a city's ventilation system, could end 1 million lives in under 48 hours. Your mission is simple. Smuggle it across the border. No paperwork, no backup, no room for error.
They promised you a quiet retirement if you succeeded. But in this agency, promises are written in sand.
At midnight, you board the express train. Every passenger looks like an undercover agent. Every shadow feels like a trap.
You don't sleep. You can't sleep. Because you know exactly what is resting just inches away from your knees. The further north the train goes, the colder the air gets, and the heavier the burden in your chest becomes.
Your destination is a small, forgotten checkpoint, a place where the West meets the East in absolute silence. As you step off, the fog rolls in. It is the perfect cover, or the perfect place for an ambush.
You find the keys where they said they would be. The engine starts with a low, nervous rumble.
You pull out onto the wet asphalt. The countdown has begun. 10 miles to the border.
Suddenly, headlights appear behind you. They stay at a distance, matching your speed, watching.
You take a sudden, unmapped turn. The headlights fade. But the paranoia? It stays locked inside your throat. And there it is. The gate. The only thing standing between your survival and a shallow grave. Welcome to Checkpoint Charlie, the coldest border on Earth, built on concrete, barbed wire, and absolute fear. An officer steps out of the guard booth. His boots crunch heavily in the snow. He does not look friendly.
The flashlight beam hits your eyes. It is blinding. He motions for you to roll down the window. You hand him your Swiss identity papers. They are perfect, crafted by the best forgers in Virginia. But still, your hands shake. He looks at the photo, then at your face. He lingers on the scar under your left eye. The silence is deafening.
Your fingers drift to your pocket, touching the cyanide L pill. If he asks you to open the trunk, you swallow it.
He asks you a question in a harsh, cold tongue. What is the purpose of your travel, businessman? You answer in fluent, bored German. You lie with the confidence of a man who has forgotten his real name. A heavy, Satisfying thud. He stamps the paper. He tosses it back into your lap without another word.
The gate rises. You step on the gas and cross into the darkness. You made it. But the real nightmare has just begun. You enter the city. Moscow at night is a labyrinth of concrete, frozen wind, and quiet whispers. You follow the pre-arranged coordinates, checking your watch at every street corner to ensure no one is tailing you. The safe house, a basement flat hidden beneath a decaying bakery. This is where you hand over the payload. The door is unlocked, a bad sign in this profession. Your grip tightens on the handle of your suitcase.
You step inside, and your chest goes numb. Your contact isn't waiting for you. He's already cold. The KGB has been here.
Your heart drops. The safe house is no longer safe. It's a slaughterhouse, and you are the next lamb on the block.
You pull out your emergency radio transmitter, dialing the coded frequency back to Langley.
You need out, now. The frequency is empty. No backup. No signal.
Only the cold, mechanical hum of dead static in your ear. They pulled the plug. Protocol 0 has been activated. To protect their own skin, they have wiped you from the system. And then you hear it. The quiet crunch of heavy boots on the frozen snow outside. They know you're in here.
There is no time to panic. If you stay, you die. If you run, you might just take a few of them down with you.
You shatter the back window, diving headfirst into the freezing alleyway as the front door gets kicked off its hinges.
The chase is on. Your boots slip on the ice, but the adrenaline pumping through your veins keeps you moving. Spotlights cut through the dark. The city has turned into a giant cage, and you are the mouse they are looking for. The sirens echo off the concrete walls. Every exit is blocked. Every street is crawling with KGB patrols. You climb. The higher you go, the harder it is to breathe, but the rooftops are your only path to survival. You sprint across the wet asphalt tiles. Below you, the city is a blur of flashing lights and searching eyes. You leap. A single misstep means a 10-story drop. But behind you, there is only captivity and torture. You land hard, rolling into the deep shadows. You hold your breath as the search team passes just feet away.
You survived the first wave. But as you look at the suitcase, you realize the real threat is still in your hands.
You descend into the belly of the city. The subway tunnels are cold, damp, and smell of ozone and fear. You pull your collar up. To survive, you must become just another faceless commuter, a shadow among shadows. The metal doors slide shut. The train rattles forward. You think you've slipped away, but the web is already closing in. Across the aisle, a pair of cold eyes locks onto yours. No uniform, but the posture is unmistakable. KGB. The train halts. You step off. The footsteps behind you match your pace, echoing louder with every stride. You slip into the maintenance tunnels, dark, wet, and forgotten. The only place left to run is down. You look down at your suitcase. A tiny red transmitter is pulsing inside the latch. They didn't just abandon you, they tracked you.
You rip the tracker out and smash it into the cold concrete. The line is...
You climb back up into the freezing rain. You are shivering, your boots are soaked, but your mind has never been sharper. You look at the city skyline. Somewhere out there, they are preparing to hunt you down. You are out of places to hide. You find shelter in an abandoned warehouse. Safe houses are burned, contacts are dead. It's just you and the poison. You pull the vial out. It glows with a beautiful, terrifying green light. So much death contained in such a small glass bottle. If this vial breaks in the city reservoir, millions will die. If you hand it over to the KGB, they will turn it against your home. You have two choices. Destroy the formula and face certain execution, or use it as a bargaining chip to buy your freedom. Your agency sacrificed you to save their reputation. They don't deserve this weapon. But does the rest of the world deserve the fallout?
A heavy metallic creak breaks the silence. They have found you. The luxury of time has officially run out.
You barricade the door. You have no ammunition left, no exit route, and only your bare hands to fight back. You look at the silver pill. A quick, painless sleep. A way out before they begin their interrogation. Before the torture.
No, not like this. If you are going down, you are going down fighting. A ghost doesn't die in the dark without a fight.
The wood splinters. The hinges groan. You take a deep breath, grip your weapon, and prepare to face your makers. The door splinters. The room fills with dust. The storm is here, and there is no shelter left. You fight. Not for your country, not for Langley, but for the right to take your next breath. But the odds are impossible. One man against an empire. The cold barrel of a gun presses against your forehead. You pull the green vial from your pocket. You hold it high. You look their leader dead in the eyes and smile. One step closer, and we all dissolve. No interrogation, no trial, just instant, silent death for everyone in this room. They don't believe you. But you didn't survive Langley's training to bluff. You release the poison. A hiss. The green mist rises like a ghost. Panic sets in. The predator suddenly becomes the prey.
They run. Even the ruthless KGB fears a weapon they cannot shoot. In the green haze, you are the only one prepared.
You pull the gas mask from your coat, a small precaution they forgot you had. You have exactly 2 minutes of oxygen.
You plunge back into the cold. The poison will buy you time, but the entire district is about to go into lockdown. The sirens are no longer quiet. The city is awake. They are sealing the borders, the train stations, the ports.
You don't need a passport anymore. You need steel.
You floor the accelerator. The engine roars. You are driving straight toward the river border, betting everything on one card. The river. The final barrier. On the other side is freedom. On this side is a firing squad. You dive into the freezing water. It feels like 1,000 knives piercing your skin. You swim, ignoring the searchlights behind you. You crawl onto the other side. You are half frozen, bleeding, and entirely empty. But you are free.
To stay alive, you have to let the old agent die. You shave your beard, you cover your scars. You disappear.
You are no longer a spy. You are no longer a threat. You are just a name on a piece of paper that someone bought for $50.
3 years later, a warm cafe, a sunny plaza, far away from the freezing snow and the dark corridors of Langley. You live in the silence. You drink your coffee, you read the local news, and you try to forget the smell of green gas. But the past has a funny way of catching up. A small headline in a local paper. A secret they couldn't keep forever.
You realize the game never really ends. They just change the players. And you will always be a pawn in their history book.